It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Mitchell Trubisky. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Steelers and the Pats, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, we get a first look at this Patriots offense and, of course, leading them for his 2nd season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. With Harris out of the shotgun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Patriots a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The Patriots had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones, very quick throw. He's got Myers. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. On 4th down, Jones. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf.
Oh, I had him too. Fuck.
4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, try and put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. First carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
New England has found its lead running back, and it's Damian Harris. The Alabama man tied for second in the league with 15 rushing touchdowns. It was a game short of 1,000 yards.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Jonnu Smith was a part of the Patriots' huge free agency push in 2021, but only 1 touchdown in his first season with the Patriots. With the way the franchise loves to use tight ends, I think that number is going to increase in year 2. Here, he picks up a first down with a nice catch.
And this complete to Henry over the middle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Just like in real life, no fucking offensive line.
Here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Open man, the tight end Henry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, You got to make sure of what you're doing.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man right side, Myers. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They run for it with Harris. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. A touchdown on the ground there for James Robinson. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdowns.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
This one fielded at the 5, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
63 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the... Down the numbers! There he goes! And into the end zone! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure
Don't
he
put
can
it
keep
in
up for
too
the
late.
entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 27, Jones rolling to his right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now Austin, a nice little juke. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers
at their 38. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Harris. A little juke. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Trubisky. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. They'll try to right side with Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his first touchdown of the new season.
Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have started all Madden.
Lead here in the final minute of the third.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now Jones. And this one complete to Smith. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Throwing Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jacoby Myers, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Trubisky will throw. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
No hands,
The
team.
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think the game balls need to be